So we've got a very special review for you guys. This is from Third Man Records, The Vault. It is a $60 quarterly subscription. So you pay $60. For me, I paid 1st of January $60. Then they announced what they were going to send about a month and a half later, and then they ship it out at the 3rd month point. So this one I ended up getting sent out in about March. So Third Man Records, for those of you who are not familiar, is owned by Jack White. Jack White of the White Stripes, if you didn't know that. But Jack White has his own personal music career that is also outstanding. This that I got is honestly probably the greatest thing that I've seen put out by The Vault. I was a huge White Stripes fan in high school, and they did a concert in 2005 in the Amazon, and this is exactly what this box is centered around. So it's called The White Stripes Under Amazonian Lights. It's got a cool little picture of a monkey with skulls in its eyes. And again, this was done in Brazil in 2005, and 10 years later they ended up releasing this package, and people had heard about it. This was back when Jack White was, the White Stripes was very popular, and so Jack White wanted to get back to the roots of where they had to prove themselves, so they were trying to go to places where people hadn't heard them before, or just go to shows just in the most obscure locations to try to get a crowd to come listen to them that had no idea who they were. And that's exactly what this show kind of was the culmination of. And the show was so packed and so popular. There were people singing the songs outside of the theater that they were playing in. And if you hear and watch the DVD, you can actually, he basically calls them out in the middle of the show because you can hear them singing through the walls. So it comes in this really well constructed box, and I'll show you guys what's inside. So I'll start off with the main piece, which is the vinyl, and it comes in this record cover. It has 4 sides with about 5 songs. One side has 7 songs. What's cool is they do have an electric and acoustic version of the same song on here, and of course it is 2 vinyls. So an awesome part is that these are colored vinyls as well. So they are red with black spackling, if you are all into how cool vinyl records look. I put mine on display, but in the end, I get them because either they're rare or because they have a higher quality of sound put through the right system. And I will be honest, hearing this record doesn't really do it justice. It's kind of watching the DVD corresponding with this really does the concert justice. But remember, this is back in 2005, 10 years ago. So you hear a lot of their very popular songs from back then. But again, outstanding music, very good recording quality, but again, 10 years old. So you're going to hear songs from 2005 and before. This is kind of like it honestly feels like a painting almost, but it's not. It's just a picture of the White Stripes, which is Jack White and his then wife. It also comes with a little, I don't even really know, 45, 2 sides. It has a song on each side. I was not really impressed with either of the songs on here compared to the rest of the record, but it is kind of cool because these are unique, never before released songs. They include Let You Down and Ain't No Sweeter Than Rita Blues. Also includes some cool postcards that show the theater that they played in. So there is the theater and some cool artwork. There's 3 of them. Alright, it also includes a little monkey face pin. Just kind of cool. I probably won't be using this for much of anything. I'll probably keep it with the set. But then lastly is what I would argue the key centerpiece is the DVD. Because again, you won't actually gauge how ridiculous the concert was, how big of a deal it was for the White Stripes and Jack White to get that kind of reception that they did really in the away from civilization, even though they're playing in a theater. But far from civilization as you could get a show. Of course, it has the DVD in here, and I believe you can purchase this separately, but you can't get it with this artwork like this. I didn't try to look online because I already got it, but I have heard that everything else in this is exclusive. This is about the only thing that you can purchase elsewhere. So that's it for the box. I don't know if I would go out and purchase this off of the shelf for $60. Definitely not without the DVD, and definitely not without the vinyl. Putting a price on it because of exclusivity, I would say it comes to $60 at that point, for the sole fact that you can't get this except through the vault. And I looked at this as a way to reward his subscribers with some outstanding material. He does this with other stuff, but a lot of it is in Jack White, their Third Man Record bands. And so, for example, this upcoming one is from somebody I've never heard of, and then I listened to their music and I wasn't a big fan, but I'll be getting their stuff anyways because I already fronted the $60 for that month. But honestly, just listening to the album was just phenomenal. Kind of took me back 10 years to remembering the White Stripes in their prime, and how outstanding and simple their music is, yet how complex for only really two band members, really driven by Jack White. It really is kind of a lot to take in, and I watched it a few times and really picked up a lot of new cool things every time I watched it. So honestly, it's one of the awesomest music boxes I've ever gotten, related to anything even that I've even seen online. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to check out the vault, I will put a link below for you guys to sign up. $60 a month, and it's quarterly. Thanks.